Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's Division 3. We're at round 2 of the season at a very formidable but very famous track. It is in Austin, Texas, at the Circuit of the Americas. We are 15 miles southeast of Austin, Texas, ready for a 20 corner track, which should provide some good entertainment and some good overtaking opportunities. Tonight, we're in for the long haul. It is a 100% race. 56 laps of this. Expect the race to last about an hour and a half minimum. That's not including rain or safety cars. And as we've had a load of safety cars this week, yeah, this could be a long one. I've got 2 drinks, just to sum it up. I'm BHA Firefish, and I'm joined once again by Mr. Orphan, my compadre for Division 3. Good evening, Orphan.
Good evening. And I'm just looking at the chat there. Wee Biscuits. Sorry, it's not Wee Biscuits. No, Backtrack is saying it's going to be wet at the start of the race. The thing that we did not want.
Oh, fantastic! But wet at the start, so it's going to dry up. Ooh, ooh, that's fun. No, I like that. No, that's good. That's fine. Wet all the way through is the one you don't want. Wet to dry, that's fun. That's big fun. Anyway, well, that'd be interesting.
First 30 minutes plus Patronus.
Yay! Okay, so it's like
so that minimum that you were saying earlier of 1 hour 30. I think that's out of the window.
I've got work at 7 o'clock tomorrow. God damn
I haven't actually.
Yay!
Next week.
Anyway,
I did the first 2 days, but then I got I decided to take a few days off to sort a few things out in my flat. So
anyway, we arrive at Texas here, and as I said, Orphan, this is a lovely track, isn't it? I mean, we say 100% race. Some people love them. It's kind of a love-hate relationship with them at the moment. But in terms of tracks that have 100%, there could be way worse than this. This is one of those league racing tracks, isn't it? It's even a testing ground, isn't it? We use this as our pace test track.
Yeah, for TTs and stuff. It's kind of a track where it's got a nice blend of a lot of downforce on the first and third sectors, and then flat out low downforce to the middle sector. So yeah, it's a challenging circuit. Especially sector 1. I think sector 3 is it's fairly easy, I find. But sector 1, I find I struggle with as a bad user. I was trying a few sounds earlier myself and trying to get the best I could out of that first sector, but it is very hard on the pad. It's very good, I would imagine, for a wheel. Are you on wheel, Michaels?
Am I on wheel? Have you seen me drive? I'm on a very twitchy pad, Mr. Orphan. Okay. If you see me, I swear you've seen me or spectating me drive. I have twitchy steering.
Yeah. I think I do remember you said you were on the
pad. Yeah, this is kind of a wheel track, and also I would say in a longer race it's probably better to have a wheel. Just don't set your force feedback very high, that's all I would say.
I think possibly not, because I'm just thinking, like, in terms of, like, you do get tired using a wheel, and after a while, I mean, doing a full circuit, it does take it out of you. Whereas I think on a pad, it's a lot easier to do a 100% race.
Right, so those eagle-eye viewers who are just about to join right now, I don't have the stream up, I've got the standings up so I can go over last week. But those eagle-eye viewers that have just joined and are confused about the qualifying, it's a short qualifying because, well, you can understand really, we've got a 100% race ahead of us. As I said, will take minimum of an hour and a half, might be 2 hours tonight. We don't want to do full quali on top of that, so that's why, and that's a lot of the racers will probably agree. So this is be short, sharp, and quick. So we have 12.5 minutes left. Currently, pole is a 34.4 by Slicks. Currently thinking 33s often, do you reckon? Well, there you go, Fruit Boy, 33.5.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, it'll be in the low 33s. Maybe to sneak into the late 32s.
No, don't sneak for late 32s. Pole last night was 32.9.
Yeah. You never
Want to
know.
start that?
I mean, look at that. Fish sticks is only 5/10 away off the first run.
Yeah, good lap from Fish Sticks. AlphaTauri.
I expect better lap time from James, though. 34.2. But maybe he's just warming up. I think he was on pole last week, wasn't he?
I should remember that. I do not remember that. I don't think he was. First, second, yeah, actually he was, yeah, because first, second, and third finished where they started. It was James, Fish Sticks, and Dano.
Yeah. I seem to remember him being on pole last week. So he is currently got a 100% record in terms of poles.
See if he can continue that. Currently on board with JP at the moment in the Alpine. Had a solid race last time out in Qatar, opening round. He was kind of had a quiet race, but solid.
I know he is quicker on this track.
There you go, straight up to third. Ahead of both Red Bulls. Red Bulls being I would say the early pace setters after round 1, but it is only round 2 at the moment, so early days, but JP up to third.
Yeah, I know. JP's quite quicker on this track. I've raced him in other leagues, and he won in SLL USA. So so he's definitely got some pace around here, JP.
Yeah, so when you got short qualifying at this track, you should get 3 qualifying runs on soft tyres. So really, your first run, you just want to get a lap on the board. I mean, you're saying that James could go quicker than that. That 34.2, he's 6th at the moment. That's a good place to be.
Tronas coming up to the line.
Yeah, he's probably got more time in him.
Tronas 34th lap.
34.0 from Petronas goes 6th. A lot of validations I saw in that first one as well, Orphan. We're going to mention it, track limits. I got a lot of them yesterday. I had 15 seconds worth. I'll hold my hand up. So, it's the S section, isn't it? It's a very precise sector of track. Last corner as well, I was getting a few. Because it kind of draws you in. Because if you don't want to run deep, as I found, you don't want to run deep in the last corner, because it really hampers you. Come up to turn 1, but you also don't want to turn in too early, because corner cut as well, because there's a lot of curbing on the inside.
Notras is on a lap. He's taking another reserve seat here today. Off of the Alfa Romeo. He was in the Alfa Romeo last week as well, taking Legends seat. He's back again, and he's bottom of the reserves at the moment, and he's still getting a seat. So good for him. He obviously wants to race every race, so we may be looking at moving him up the reserve list if people aren't marking.
It looks to be on a decent lap as well, coming up to the final corner now. Yeah, as you can see a lot of curbing on the inside. Won't take too much. It's a very good lap, actually. Goes second.
Oof.
It's not bad. I think he got very unlucky, if I remember rightly, in Qatar as well. I think he does have a bit of pace about him. So, and it's less than a 10th covering the top 3 at the moment with 8.5 minutes to go.
I think he had a very good race last race. I think he was just, like you say, very unlucky, I think. He seemed very, very, had a good racecraft, good race pace. And, good quality pace by the looks of it as well. So I've been quite impressed with him in the first race.
Yeah, everyone currently who hasn't set a lap has just invalidated all their runs. So and this is the problem with you're suffering with track limits around here, and a few people do. It's not just me; other people do it. When you're stuck in a bit of a problem around this track, you just can't let it get to you too much. You have to get like a lap on board, even if it's not quick. Need something to work on. Just a quick rundown of last week's race in Qatar. James H in the Red Bull took victory from pole position. Had to work for it. He had a lot of challenges, including his own teammate of Dano. And Red Bull actually had a near perfect result with first and third. They were split by the sister car of Fish Sticks. As
Two.
Where did he retire? Like flat
No,
out
he
crash?
crashed.
Ah, very interesting. Shame for that because he was looking pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so James finished first with Fishtick second and Dano third. Dano unfortunately had a time penalty, which meant that basically the Red Bulls decided amongst themselves who was going to win. Without the penalty, it would have been interesting from Dano. Yorkie was fourth in the... Where was Yorkie? LWS Yorkie. I think he's a reserve, actually. So, yeah, good points for him once he gets to drive. Zoms was fifth. With Button in the house was sixth. JP, as I mentioned, had a very solid drive, just basically had a quiet one, but still solid result nonetheless. As Fruit Boy jumps Ras to go into the front row. Clates in the Alfa Romeo was 8th, the Jedi Gamer 9th, and Richie Chappell picked up the last point. Constructors is...
Richie was nowhere. Wanted to stage at that race.
Constructors, as you can imagine, Red Bull... Actually, I looked at all the divisions. Red Bull in this division had the only sort of near perfect one. All the other like constructors after, I know it's round one, we're looking at the table already, but they already have a 20-point lead over AlphaTauri. Mercedes are third on 12 points and Ferrari on 10, Haas on 8, Alpine on 6, Alfa Romeo 4, Williams on 1, Aston Martin and McLaren yet to score, as Fishsticks slightly improves his time to a 33.4.
Creeping over closer to that. 32. It will be unbelievable if we get 32. Let's be honest.
They were just creeping up the times at the moment. James currently in 9th.
Look at that, Dano and JP at 30.955 and 9.58 from Dano. 3 thousandths of a second between them.
James is about to massively improve on his time. He's nearly half a second up. Is he going to go right up to the pole? 33.5. Goes to third. Look how close it is, that top 4 now.
It's so close. It's like always the same though. It's like you do a good lap and you think, yeah, I'm going to be pole, and then he only moves up like 3 places. Like Dano improves to a 33.5 as well.
Oh god.
So we've got
5
1,
now.
2, 3, 4.
Who's that Alpine right behind Button? Button is on a lap. Who's that Alpine? That's either Ham or... Can't imagine it's JP, but they look like to be going pretty quick.
Button won't back out because he's on a lap.
Yeah,
so...
and he has no right to back out. He's on a lap, as you say. Who is that Alpine?
Is it JP?
If it's JP, yeah, he's on the lap as well. Don't overtake him. Oh, this is gonna cause a bit. Button is not going to be very happy, but yeah, they're racing. Oh goodness, what are you guys doing? Oh,
JP's done this before in the past.
Oh, but it's not going to be very happy about. I wouldn't be very happy about that.
No. He did it before in the past. He had a qualifying ban for it. In I think it was Las Vegas. I think is it?
Yeah, it might be.
No, Jeddah. Sorry. Jeddah. He was coming around on a lap. It was only like a minute to go, And the bad thing about that is that JP's come into the pits.
Oh, yeah. You always give the
Button.
space to the car in front,
Mm,
in my eyes. Whether you're on a lap or
yeah.
not, you always give them space in the queue.
Button was on a lap.
Mm-hmm. As I said, yeah, it just really, really interrupted him.
Yeah.
And we've only got 2 minutes left. The clouds are already gathering, by the way, for the race. All of a sudden gone very, very overcast, very ominous. So we've got Richie Chappell on board right now, who's yet to set a lap, as is LA16 and Ham. 2 minutes to go. Currently Fish Sticks on the pole. Fruit Boy second. Red Bull's third and fourth, but they're both in the pits.
It's getting very dark, isn't it?
Can't even see the sun at all. It normally blinds you on this back straight as Richie comes along. James is on an outlet. Where's James? There's another Red Bull XC in the pits as well. So Dano's left the pits with 1:15 to go.
Oof.
I don't
He's
think
not
he's going
gonna
to
get
make it
around.
around again. No.
No, he's left it too late.
Can you keep a small eye on him for me, please, just in case? I don't expect him to do anything, but just in case.
Yeah.
Right, Richie Chappell is clean so far. He's just got 2 more corners to go. He's got to get that lap in. Nice if you've been ultimate corner. There's a car in front, but should be fine. Button goes up to a 34.2 and 11th meantime. Here comes Chappell. He's finally going to get a lap in and goes 7th. There you go. Sharp late. Straight into the top 10. Straight into the top 10, Richie. Lovely. I'm not biased, I swear, but you know, I love it when you like get that lap in.
Boston GP as well. That's a shot.
Fruit Boy 2 temps up. Where is Fish Sticks?
He only had
Just
the best
starting the
one
lap.
qualifying run as well. Like, you know, if he did more qualifying runs, maybe he could go on quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very overcast. Jesus Christ.
Could have sworn I saw a drop of rain then.
No, you'll see the flash. Fruit Boy might be challenging Fish Sticks for the pole.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he's gonna make it, is he?
No! Fruit Boy lost the time in the last sector. He was 2 temps up. He lost it all. Where is Fish Sticks? Fish Sticks is a 10th down. He's invalidated. James is 3 temps down. I think the track is completely gone. Anybody still on the laps? Patronus is nearly 2 temps up.
That would move him about where Lem is and where Richie is.
Blates is down in 18th at the moment. A good qualifying last week, but not tonight by the looks of it, as Patronus goes up to 6th.
He made 4 tenths up.
Dom's in the Ferrari. Only slightly up on his time. We've got James and Fish Sticks, but I think they're complete. I think they're done. Unless anybody dramatically goes up like what James did at the end of Q3 last week.
Slicks is a
Might be.
10.5 up.
Zoms does not improve.
Plates is going slow. It's just Slicks now to improve.
Here comes Slicks in the Williams. Goes up to 12th, ahead of both house drivers.
Nice slap there from him.
So it is Fish Sticks in the AlphaTauri who takes pole position, but only just, as you can see, a 10th and a half separating the top 5. Both Red Bull drivers set the exact same lap. You can't separate them, it seems. Half a second covering the top 10, which is great to see as well. And 9 tenths covering the top 16. Blimey.
That's incredible.
Great stuff. Great stuff. And obviously, because of the short qualifying, I wasn't able to show you a lap around Texas, but I'm sure we'll get that at some point during the race.
What?
Yeah, great qualifying.
Look at that. I mean, that's how close it is, right? No one can say they're that they're massively faster than anyone else.
No.
Look at that. Look at that. A tenth of a second is what one pole position. A tenth.
Hmm. Any
I mean,
surprises in that order?
fish sticks is fast and early. So will he be a fish in water when the rain starts? Fish sticks. Or will he be a fish out of water?
Alright, so running down your grid, on the front row it's going to be fish sticks and fruit pie. And it's an all Red Bull second row with James and Dano set the exact same time. Unbelievable. Not Ras, the reserve currently in the Alfa Romeo, gets 5th alongside Petronas in the McLaren. Zoms in the Ferrari 7th with Richie Chapel at 8th. Great qualifying from him. Energy Lemon 9th for JP Gaming round out the top 10. Headshot in 11th with Slicks 12th. Willy Bum of the House make 13th and Button 14th. Rodders 15th, Jedi 16th, Vettel 17th, Clates in 18th, and LA16 Ham in 19th. I think the bottom two, Clates and Ham, I think would be the more disappointing of the two. And holy Jesus, it's raining. It's not just raining, it's... Well, it's Inters, it says. That's Inters, apparently. I don't see that. Well, that's fun. It's in some ways it's a shame, Orphan, because that was a close qualifying, which would then go to a close race, but the rain could be very different.
Mm-hmm.
But if it dries up,
I'll be back in 2 secs.
Right, no worries.
Call of the Wild.
Yeah. Yeah, so if it dries up, is going to be very interesting. Who makes the right call onto the dry tyres? If we get that at any point. Apparently the drivers are saying that it's going to be 30 minutes minimum of wet weather running. So could be quite interesting indeed. I'm just going to write the standings of last time. But yep, we have 100% race, 56 laps ahead of us. We're going to be finishing roughly around about 10 o'clock tonight. So get yourself settled down, get yourself a nice drink. I've got about half a cup of tea and the rest of my, how big is this bottle? 1.25 litres of Coke to keep myself hydrated. Even if you're watching, keep yourself hydrated, and hopefully we should have a good race ahead. Now obviously, if you are about to start your race, if you're in the chat, because some people do, never understand that really personally, focus on your race, but up to you. But if you're about to do your 100% race later this week, there's actually one more division after this, Division 4. Well, even for later this season, we've got another one right at the end. The best thing I would say is you'll find in these races that you could be in a situation where you're by yourself. And that's the time where the more difficult time, especially in a long race, especially when you look at the lap count and she's got 36 laps left to go. That will be the problem. That's the big problem. You need to get yourself into a rhythm, basically. Just phase out pretty much everything and just try and keep a decent pace up. And other things as well, even if you get caught out in the first lap, there is so much time left to go. There's over an hour left of racing. A lot can happen in that. Even if you have a spin, damage, contact, anything, as long as you're still running, that's the most important thing. The one thing I don't want to see tonight is somebody retiring on lap 1 when it's loads of time to go. Because there could be safety cars. By the sounds of it, we're going to get a change in weather as well. You can get right back into it with the right call. So that's my other sort of thing. With this track as well, I figured out yesterday you need to be in a DRS train, so we might see a load of that tonight. But yeah, this is going to be quite the fun one. When it dries up, Patronus, if it's dry, Christ. Yeah, this could be very interesting. By the looks of the rain and the track, at the moment, if they're all starting on inters, it could be quite sketchy in the first lap or so. Because that looks almost full wet to me. But we'll see what happens. Did anybody in qualifying sacrifice qualifying and maybe do a wet setup? Although these days people say, oh, dry setup's the same as wet. I disagree personally, but anyway, I hope everyone is okay at the moment. We have 15 viewers at the moment, slightly lower than last week, but no problem. I know there's a fair bit of football on today as well. As I said, most of them are the drivers, but
I'm back.
hello.
Made a quick brew. Well, I said, I thought to myself, I'm going to be here for about nearly 2 hours. I thought, I need something.
Yeah, I've got 2 drinks. Got the rest of my tea, which is going down far too quickly for me, and I
made a coffee. So
I've got the bottle of Coke as well. So
yeah, I got Dr. Pepper right next to that as well.
I was just saying, they were watching. Like, I'd say the best tip if you win one of these long races, you got to sort of get into a rhythm as quickly as possible, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you could find that you could be in a position where you're 10 seconds behind somebody and 10 seconds in front. You're not catching the drivers in front, but you're also pulling away from the drivers behind. That's the most difficult part, in my experience. And you just need to keep a reminder yourself every lap. You just need to get into rhythm. Little mistakes, you put that in your mind. Doesn't matter if you make little slides or anything else. The other thing as well, if you get caught up in a first lap incident, say we get up to turn 1, we get 2 free cars spinning around, and so on, even if you have damage, a long race, you do not retire on lap 1. I will be...
Yeah.
I'm warning anybody now that is listening, if you retire lap 1, and you've still got 4 wheels on your car, I'm gonna come down on you like a ton of bricks. Basically, there is no reason to retire very early on. Safety cars, change of weather, etc.
Especially in a 100% race.
Challenge accepted, headshot. There you go.
So, what would you feel this is easier for them now? This start because it's raining? Because
they should be more.
They're
cautious.
going to be going a lot slower, and they're going to be going a lot. It's going to be very hard to get overtakes done in this wet. So maybe a lot of drivers won't go for it so much. So we could have a lot less incidents, I think, than if it was dry. I think.
Well, we're ready. Here we go. So oh wow, they're all sliding off the grid.
Maybe I'm wrong there.
But I'm not gonna add the tyres actually. I'm gonna position change from the start. So, take us through the grid, please, Mr. Orphan.
Okay. Let's just start at the back. In P19, we have LA Ham in the Alpine. P18, we have plates in the Haas. P17, we have SR Mattel in the Boston Lion. Jedi Gamer, P16 in the AlphaTauri. And OFNH Rodders for the Mercedes in P15. Disappointing qualifying, got held up in qualifying by somebody, won't mention no names, JP. P14 for the first of the Hasses who are side by side on the grid. Willy Bum in P13, the other Hass. Slicks, very impressive late qualifying run from him. Got up to P12 in the end for the Williams. Headshot, first guy outside of the points. There he had a DNF in qualifying in sector 2. Dropped it for the Mercedes. First of the points playing positions is JP in P10 in the Alpine. NRG Lem there in the other Aston Martin. And then we have Richard Chappell, very impressive qualifying from him in the Williams, P8. And then 7th place is Zooms for the Ferrari. Petronas there in McLaren in P6. Our reserve, not Ras, there, very impressive P5. And then the first of the Red Bulls who did the exact same time, P4 and P3 respectively there, James Fruit Boy in P2 in the McLaren, and Fishstick is the pole sitter in the Alpha Tauri. When he disqualifies himself, that could be crucial.
Not what you want on pole position, the pressure's getting to him. Alright, thank you very much, Mr. Orphan Chapel as well. JP as well. It's difficult to actually. He's sliding a little bit. Let's see who can get the best start off the grid. It's 56 laps ahead of us. 5 red lights in the pouring rain. That's a long hold and the lights out and away we go. You'd imagine Fruitboy would take the lead going down into turn 1 because the fish sticks out of place on the grid. Not Raz has had a good start. They're 4 wide behind in the midfield. And it is Fruit Boy possibly taking the lead, still side by side.
With the Hats and the Williams.
The midfield's all over the place, and Fishstick somehow hang on to the lead. Rouse is ahead of both Red Bulls. Meanwhile, Patronus stays in 6th. Lem is up. Rodders is up 3 places as they go through the S section. A couple of cars going a little bit wide with the heavy fuel. As they go through, I think we're all pointing in the right direction, which is a good start.
I think there was slight contact with the Haas of Button and I think it was Slicks. I don't know if they've got damage, Button. It only looked like slight contact at the start. They were going very slow. It kind of backed out of it.
Oh. James very wide through turn 9. I think that is. It's got passed by Patronus and again by Zoms as well. What's going on with James? Has he got damage or something? Or just had a really poor exit? But either way, he's dropping back at the start. He's now got NRG Lem right behind who's having a look. As JP and Richie behind, just outside the top 10, they're all scrambling, just trying to get the grip and the traction. As Patronus one's a little bit wide. They've got Ferrari of Zoms.
I know James is not very good at warming his tyres up early on. No. He did tell me that.
He hit the back of the Ferrari, so they all concertina up. But in terms of a start, apart from a few light taps, it's not bad actually, as Slicks and Rodders. Slicks on the inside of that long right-hander. Rodders is up 4 positions from the start. He's had a great start. His teammate Headshot is up on the inside of turn 20. The last turn, there's a bit of bumping. There's a bit of tapping early on, but it's alright.
Look at that rain though, it's so hard to see with all that spray.
Some of the damage he's in.
Slicks and Rodders going into turn 1. Slicks goes wide. Bit of a squeeze there from Rodders, but Rodders gets the move done.
Jedi right behind, going side by side. Through the SS section, backs out of it though.
Yeah, it all settled down a little bit now. I think the thing down the bottom there has gone a bit too lally because it's saying it's there 1 lap ahead. Eliam and Vettel. Slight contact there between. It looks like Vettel and Willy Bum. tell, ghosted at the start, and he got driven straight through by one of the drivers.
Yeah.
I was watching the back, and
Oh, slicks. My second time penalty if you've seen track limits.
yeah, he's been going wide a little, quite a bit.
Yeah, my intervals are not lining up at the moment.
Yeah, it's gone weird at the bottom.
Give it another
It's saying
lap.
minus 155.8, and then it's saying plus 156.
Give it a lap. Because normally it fixes itself after a lap or two.
Yeah. If it hasn't, then we've got a problem.
There you go. There we go, we're fine. James is in. James is in. Maybe he did have damage. Tried to get through it. That damage from his own teammate, maybe. They were
Could
alongside.
well have been.
No, for Wes. He's got it for Wes. There was no damage at all.
Struggling in the Inters, maybe.
I mean, the rain is heavy.
Well, at least the buttons nearly 30 seconds down. He must have got damage from that contact.
Yeah, he did. That's a big call for James. Big call.
Yeah.
Because if that doesn't work...
His front wing looks alright, but...
Yeah, there was no damage. He would have changed it.
But he is struggling out there. Button. Because he did have contact with, I think it was Slicks at the beginning. He went into the back of him at the start, so he could have slight damage to that front wing, and it is affecting him, like, because he is trying to make up the ground now.
Not Ras and Fruit Boy fighting for second. I think Ras has just gone right on the outside of Fruit Boy. Yes, he has. As there's contact, I think there's Richie Chapel just came off of that. He was side by side with JP. There was a bit of contact. I think Richie's gone sideways. They're all struggling. Maybe
Maybe
is
he's
full
made
Webs.
the right call.
Who's that going really wide?
He's got
Veteran Jedi.
This timing screen is going nuts.
Yeah.
It's
Nobody
one
else
minute
okay?
saying James is 9.2, and then it's saying that he's 10.5. But he is gaining. He's 8.9. If that is the right thing, he's 8.7. So yeah, he is definitely gaining on the runners at the moment into the section there, the more technical section. When he was on the straight, it was very much even, but he is down to 8.6 now.
If he sets the fastest lap, this is his first lap that he can, properly set. If he sets the fastest lap, he's made the right call. Because the fastest lap is currently a 53.2 from Patronus, who's actually caught up with this front gap. It's Fistix, who's got a decent gap over Raz, and then Fruit Point third. Dano in fourth. Patronus fifth. Zoms in sixth, and a bit of a gap to Energy Lem. As Slicks and Headshock at their first time penalty. So JP is just ahead of his teammate LA Ham. LA Ham has made 10 positions in 3 laps. Wet setup, maybe? Or just...
That's probably maybe why he was so slow in qualifying.
I don't think he was a bit out of place. It's really too early to say. Is it just me or the rain?
His teammate by a rapid amount. He's
Is
down
it just
to
me?
8 foot.
Sorry, is it just me or the rain easing off?
Yeah, because James is not catching.
Yeah, as I said, it's a massive call for James to go on the wet tyres that early when you're in the lead pack.
I think he's pretty much matching the leaders at the moment.
Yeah.
It may be on the crossover, but maybe the crossover is starting to go back into favour of yeah, because into there made the fastest lap, so that must mean it's getting drier.
Yeah. He's just set a 55.0. Yeah, it's not worked. I'm afraid it has not worked at all. Because fastest lap is now, it was just set at 52.5 from Ham. Yeah, so
What did James say?
55.
Oof.
That was his first lap out the pits. It's a 55.0. So it's not horrendous. He's not completely out the race. It's just
Track position though, he's lost it. Huge. I mean,
oh, hang on, here we go. Ras for the lead. Right up alongside Fistix. Fistix is kind of a cautious overtake for not Ras. He's kind of blown up to the side of him and then okay. But Ras is looking pretty good here.
just looking at that now. 51 laps to go.
Don't think about that. Jonas is looking good up there in 5th, sandwiching Dano in a McLaren sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Jedi has just got by headshot for 10th, so Jedi in the points now. As JP was looking close to Energy Lem.
Yeah. I mean, you look further down the field now, Richie Sharp, I mean, he started, what, 7th, was he? Or 8th? He's down
Yeah, he had a
P15, so, although he's got past Slicks there, by the looks of it. So, yeah. We'll go side by side anyway. It's clear one, he gets the move done.
He had a bit of a spin in the early laps. He was battling with JP by the looks of it. I don't know whether there was contact, of course, but they were close. He's dropped down a few positions. JP time penalty.
Yeah, James is dropping back now. He's down to 10 seconds. I think the track is starting to dry out a bit now.
I think when he made that call, it may be the right one at that lap. But as you say, the rain is now easing off and it's just falling away. The issue he's now got, if he pits again often, he's in a full pit stop behind. He's even got Button catching up to him.
He's got to wait for that rain to stop.
It was just an odd call because
Yeah.
I'd imagine somebody maybe way outside the top 10 doing it, but he was 7th at the time.
Yeah. He did seem to be struggling at the time.
JP and Ham, what are you doing? Alpine, hello.
Because
Oh,
my thing on it is that I know that James struggles with warming up the tyres.
hey, stop it. JP's not giving up 8th place.
I feel if he just waited a few more laps, his tyres would have been warm and he would have been up to pace. Just feel he probably felt that the conditions were too wet and then went for the gamble, and then I feel if he just waited a few more laps, his tyre temps would have been up and then he would have been flying.
One of those knee-jerk reaction calls, isn't it? As you say,
Yeah.
he's thinking, oh, I'm struggled, I've lost a few positions, I'm not exactly comfortable, maybe it should be for wets. I was once told, oh, Slicks, saw that coming, straight over that curb there. I was once told, when it's races like this, where it's changeable conditions, if you're the lead group, you react, you don't act. You wait until a majority or others have pitted, and then you make a call. And here comes Raz once again. Can't seem to get the braking better than Fish sticks down to that turn.
Well, one thing I will say for James is that when it does get dry, he is rapid, so he can still get something out of this race.
Oh yeah, as I said right at the start, there are still plenty of time to go.
I think we'll more than likely have a safety car in the dry than we will in the wet, I feel. Oh, Richie Chapel a little bit of wheel spin there coming out. lost some rear. We're on board, it's still very much raining, but I mean, the rain is obviously easing off a bit now because the times are dropping dramatically now.
Yeah. Yeah, Petronas looks to be the quicker of the top 5. At the moment, biding his time. We're still only lap 8 of this race.
And I feel it will dry up pretty quickly once the rain does stop.
You can already see less puddles.
Yeah, it does look as though the rain is easing off. Go on board.
Big tank slapper from LA Ham there. Managed to catch it just before he got to the S's. Jedi in 10th, holding 10th.
I did say 30 minutes in, so what have we done? Say an average lap is about 150, so that would be 7 laps
James.
times 2.
Oh,
that would be 3.
Oh. James's day has just got a bit worse. He's pitted and he's gone back on the wets. Whether that's a game mistake, and I think that's a game mistake there. You would normally do that.
Yeah.
JP and Energy Lem side by side into turn 9. Not turn 9. That's later than turn 9, but JP still up on the inside. To go through this really technical section. The traction is very, very difficult around him, but he's managing it. Lem's giving him the space. Right on board with Ham to get a better view of this.
Keep going, James. Keep going.
JP's still got it. Still the inside. He's surely got the move done.
It's 100% race. You know, there's still safety cars in this, so you can still get back into this race. As long as you don't get lapped, right? You're still in this race.
Is Lem going to have a look back at JP, but JP with a lovely gutsy move had to really work for that. He's up into 7th place now. The other thing to consider, Mr. Orphan, as well, is these inters do not last anywhere near as long as the wets do, in terms of tyre wear.
He could come in for inters now and still come out ahead.
Be on the same lap at the very least.
Yeah,
oh, that's a big mistake from Lem, and Ham is through.
I'm still staying on the wets, so obviously.
Oh, sorry, big mistake from Fish Sticks. The left hand, he's struggling a little bit, and Ras is all over him like a rash. I feel like if Ras can find a way through Fish Sticks, he might be able to get a gap. He can't seem to finish off the move at the moment.
Who's made up some moves is Mattel. He's up to P12 on the back of Headshot from P18.
Oh, very deep from Ras. Yeah, position change. Ham is up 11 places from the start. They'd obviously say up 5. Jedi Gamer up 6. Ras up 3. Yeah, the difficulty they're going to have soon, I would say, probably in the next 10 or so laps, if this doesn't dry out, or if we get to the situation where it could be dries, but their tyre wear is ridiculous, what do you then do? Because even in a 50% race, you have to pit once, maybe twice, if you're on the inters, whereas the full wets, you can actually last the whole race if you can do that.
Yeah. I mean, safest bet would be to go on the hard straight away and then try and drag it out as much as possible, and then go on the medium, and possibly another Didn't go on to the soft at the end. This rain is still with us. Thought it was easy enough, but it's still here. As Mattel is going for the move by the looks of it on headshot. And he got it done, is he? He's got a bit wide. He's got it done into the braking zone. Nice move there by Vettel. He's having a look now at...
Oh, headshot's coming back at him. Oh, lovely dive bomb move, made it stick from headshot. Still there. I'm on board with Richie, giving us a good view of this.
Is he gonna go for it again? He's gonna go on the outside this time. Into turn one, has he got the straight line speed? I don't think he quite has. But the race stopped.
That stopped all of a sudden, didn't it? I think Richie and Vettel had a little bit of contact in the turn one and the apex, but
it's definitely stopped in sector one. The rain. Don't know about sector 3, so we'll look. On board with James. He must be thinking now. Get all the sauce. Get some. It's not quite dry enough, but
yeah, I wouldn't do it now.
No.
Wouldn't do it now, no.
You wait for that DRS to come up.
Yeah, him of all people needs to act though, because he is 30 seconds behind Button at the moment, who is 18th. So maybe come in a lap or so early. Headshot and Vettel's still at it, and Headshot's got back ahead of Vettel.
Drops here and there with the rain.
Oh, Vettel! No, Vettel spun. But Vettel got all out of shape, trying to re-overtake Headshot, and yeah, now his tyres all heated up. Which is odd to say, considering it's wet, but...
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the 49s there as JP sets the fastest lap. Yeah,
you can even say...
Smashed now.
You can even say, at this point, maybe a Headshot on Chapel. Headshot seems to be... Okay, Headshot's just completely lunged Chapel, I think, into turn one, because he's just coming back on the track. All over the place. Come on, get back into the groove, mate. Still a long way. Every time I say it's a long way, I then remind myself how long it is.
Yeah. So he's lap 12.
Yeah. We've got plenty of this race to go. Here comes Dano, got a good run on Fruit Boy. This is for third place. Up on the inside of the hairpin. Fruit Boy giving him the room, I think, just. Dano easing him off on the exit. They're going to be side by side though, but Dano's got him. Into third as Fruit Boy has a bit of a slide. Only problem with the battling is they dropped off the front two, but Dano won't care, he's back on the podium.
Well, how long is it going to take? I said it would take. It'd be very quick to dry up. But it doesn't seem to have dried up yet, quite yet.
No. It could be quite cold.
So what, James? He's got onto the hards. I think that's a bit early.
Yeah.
He just seems to be making some very poor strategic calls.
Zoms is in. Zoms is in.
Maybe he's got the message.
Zoms to mediums. Lem is in. They're all making the calls.
A safety car now for James would be amazing.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for that. I was going to say as well, because you got Dano up in third, maybe James being a
Oh, I'm just looking at that now. James
marker.
James right there at the back. I've looked
He's
at the back
nearly a
screen.
lap down.
He's nearly a lap down. I can see the leaders.
Yeah. I was thinking though,
If
maybe
if he doesn't dry out in time, he could be lapped. But there again, you got to think of it. They will have to pit, so he will unlap himself.
is he being a tester for Dano? Do you reckon?
Could well be.
They do talk in the party as Slick. Headshot seems to be in a battle every single lap. Being passed by Slicks there for 13th.
But it's definitely on the crossover.
I think it's now their intermediate start really at the end of their tyre life. But you can see how much they're catching James right now. It is not time for dries yet.
No. They're catching at a rapid rate.
Zoms is the other one. He's gone on to mediums. Lem has gone on to mediums, and Zoms just been passed by Rodders.
Yeah.
Look at Zoms right now. You can still see the spray. That odd one.
Yeah. James absolutely needs the rain to come.
Oh.
Sorry, the sunshine to come. Really does.
Headshot in the pits. What do you bum in the pits? Headshot is out.
Headshot out. It could be the safety car that he needs.
No, headshot retired in the pits. DRS enabled.
DRS enabled. That is perfect for James. He is not gonna be caught now. Surely.
He's not gonna be lapped. That's headshot retired in the pits. I did say lap 1, but that's still early in my book. Ham now makes
its tyres will be kind of shredded because he's been racing in the wet.
So the issue we're going to have here is two teams. McLaren, who are 2.5 seconds apart, and then you got Alpine, because Ham has just overtaken JP. How they're going to do the whole pit stop thing?
They're right close. McLaren and Alpine is going to be...
Oh, Ras nearly hit the back of fish sticks in the pit lane.
I just double stack. I would just...
Yeah, Petronas is giving them a gap. He's sacrificing it. Meanwhile, Ham goes in, JP stays out. So that's how they've decided that. Hopefully JP doesn't lose a lot of time with this.
I think he kind of is. I don't see the benefit. I was just wait, because you lose a lot more time going around again in the wet, dry conditions than what you will by waiting about 2 seconds in the pit.
So Zoms was 7th. He has lost a position by calling it a lap or so early. Lost a position to Ham.
I mean, look how much they're going to catch JP now. He's going to be on a lap. You could have just waited for 2 seconds there, and then, you know, you'd have probably lost a couple of places, but...
Petronas lost 6 seconds to his teammate, so it hasn't been that disastrous for him, actually, with that. So, very nicely done. Medium tyres as well for everyone, basically.
I mean, look how much JP's getting caught now. He could be caught by the end of the lap. It's going to be full pit stop down rather than, say, losing 2 seconds.
Oh, Ham wants to regain that position back. He's burned a lot of ERS to try and re-overtake Zoms. Zoms with that DRS are kind of pulled away from him. Zoms regains that 7th that he lost. Yeah, fast as that for James. But he is 47 seconds behind. 43, 46. Oh, it's dropping all the time, let's be honest. Oh, Zombs! Zom spins and hammers back ahead. How much is this going to cost JP?
Massively. I mean,
so he was with his teammate.
Yeah.
Also gone onto the mediums.
Well, they're saying that not lost as much as I thought he'd lose, but could get out reasonably well. Yeah, he must have absolutely had a barnstorming lap. He's only just behind his teammate. I think his teammate was fighting with Zooms.
Perfect opportunity for Raz now. DRS on the back of Fish Sticks, half a second between them, and then you got Dano and Fruit Boy also. But look at the straight line speed that Raz has got in that Romeo. Flies up to the inside of Fish Sticks and takes the lead away from him. It burned a lot of ERS doing that, and Fish Sticks has got almost double. So if Fish Sticks is going to be able to stay with Ras, then this... well, it's nowhere near over anyway on lap 16 out of 56. James again sets the fastest lap. I mean, James needs a safety car at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He needs
it's a shame for James, because he's definitely got the pace. But yeah, he does need a safety car. Desperately. But it's like I say, we've got 49 laps. Sorry, 39 laps to go. I mean, still a long way to go. More than the race distance. More than half race distance. So still a long way to go. I mean, you could have possibly 2 more safety cars that will bring him right back into it.
Rast is not getting away from Fish Sticks. He can't get out of that DRS, so Fish Sticks will be right back with him. But at the end of that S section, Rast looked to have gained...
oh, Fruit Boy.
That's not going to help him.
It's his first penalty, though. So...
Fish Sticks not deciding to burn his ERS. Ras has, so he's already down to under 20%. And take it from me, gaining ERS back is very difficult in this circuit, surprisingly. Because I was stuck at like 50% for a long time and it wouldn't go back up.
Yeah, I had practice the other day and I couldn't get it to go back up once it got down to around about 60, 50. It just, because it's such a high downforce circuit, you've got, I mean, the downforce doesn't help you generate ERS.
Yeah, it depends on people's braking as well.
Qatar?
Oh, that was horrible.
Qatar, you were losing ERS. By not even using it.
I'm just noticing that JP is caught right up to the back of Zoms now. Seeing his teammate get ahead. Chapel fastest lap. Chapel still's got a chance of points. Got a point last time out in Qatar, but just outside at the moment.
Definitely. Everyone has got a chance as long as you're in the race.
Oh. Fruit Boy might have a chance on Dano here. Or definitely got a lot more straight line speed in that McLaren, and here he goes. Back up the inside. The 3rd place this is, and at the end of the hairpin, yeah, he does it. You've got to be careful though, they don't get detached from the top 2. They just stay in that DRS range. JP dives up the inside of Zoms and takes 7th. He's following his teammate through.
Yeah. I feel JP will be a lot quicker in the dry than what he was in the wet.
Oh, legends. Whoops. AK the Legend, who is meant to be in a Ferrari here, the reason why we do not have a 20-strong grid, has said in the chat, completely mixed up my days, thought was racing Thursday still. Whoops. Not much you can say about that, really. No worries, Legend, we'll see you in Vegas next week. Make sure you turn up for that one. It's Wednesdays now, not Thursdays. You're F3 now, not, was it F5? Was it F4? On the Thursdays.
He was F5, but then we haven't got an F5 now. So.
Yeah.
How could he completely forget it was Thursday? Because he never raced on the Thursday, he raced on the Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, it was F5 on the Thursday last season.
No, F4 was on Thursday.
They said F5, so...
No. I know, as I'm saying, he remembers saying that he raced F5 on a Thursday, but F5 was on Tuesday.
We have a three-way battle going on at the moment. The Ferrari versus the two Alpines. JP is looking to get by his teammate Ham. They were battling before. Ham has burned a lot of ERS by the looks of it. His red light is already blinking. What he's got is 5%!
Oof.
Why are you burning so much?
Yeah, trying to keep up.
Yeah, you don't want to be too greedy, that's the thing.
If he has set his car up for high downforce because of the wet, then he will be burning a lot more ERS than the rest of them.
Oh yeah. Meantime, Fruit Boy is up the inside of Fishtits. Fishtits has been dropped by Ras, and Fruit Boy is now putting him under so much pressure. Dano's still there as well, but Ras is out of DRS, and Fishtits is struggling at this point.
Could he put a dry wet setup on?
Maybe. Look at penalties in a bit. Lap 20.
Yeah, because no Raz has dropped fish sticks now, and he is nearly 2 seconds ahead now.
Fruit Boy not getting the best of exits out of the hairpin there, but he is good in the straight line speed, and here he comes. Here comes the McLaren. And surely this will be a move. The inside. Just it's not going to get that up though. By so through here, but I think Fruit Boy's got it, and he does. Into second place he goes.
Yeah, he can go after the leader now. See what kind of pace he has compared to the leader. He's down to 1.9. See if he is closing in. Now he's got open track ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
Dano's still there, so Dano is putting pressure on fish sticks now, so...
Yeah, I mean, in terms of a race, as a spectacle, obviously no offense to Fish Sticks, but I don't think Fish Sticks has the pace at this point to keep up with Raz. The question is now that Fruit Boy's going to do second, can he bring the leader back? Or will these three work as a team to try and bring Raz back into this? Also, meanwhile, spare thought for Petronas, who is currently 7 seconds off this 4. When earlier he was keeping up with them because the whole DOS thing. He's not really been caught by the two Alpines, but he's been slowly dropped by the top 4. All because of the double stack that he prevented.
I think JP is slightly catching.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is slightly catching. He's a tenth and a bit up in sector 2.
You know, the weird thing is, I thought this yesterday. Despite us doing a 100% race, I think it's because we do short quali. Time-wise, we're actually not doing too bad. It's only gone past 9. Quite impressive. Yeah, I think you're
It
right,
just goes to
JP.
show how much qualifying takes. Like, qualifying is longer than the race.
Petronas sets a 39.2. What does JP do? How much is he catching? 38.8. That's 4/10 on this lap, so he's catching a little bit.
I mean, I love full qualifying, I will be honest. And but it does take a hell of a lot of time. When you think about it, it's longer than a race. The race normally is 45 minutes. So you have qualifying, which is, 15 minutes roughly for each one. So that's like 45 minutes between, with all the breaks between. So that adds another bit more onto the time. So, yeah. It is crazy how long qualifying takes.
Right.
Oh my god, Slicks is on 24 seconds of penalties. He could be close to DNFing.
One of those... It's one of those rules? 5.
On amount of penalties that you can
have. It's 30.
30.
It's 30. You can get 30, and then if you get one more after that, it's disqualification.
That's only what, halfway through the race almost.
Yeah, lap 22. Yeah.
So he's really got to watch what he does now.
Don't do it, Slicks. Don't do it. You don't want to be the second driver in RSF1 history to get disqualification due to time penalties. Guess who the first person was?
JP's down to 5.6 now on 5.5 on Petronas now, so he is catching.
Yeah, guess who the first person was? Me in Mexico.
But Ellie Ham is being dragged along by his teammate.
They're both pulling away from the Ferrari of Zoms, actually.
Yeah, they do some good work there for a change. I know that they don't particularly. They've had some battles, to say the least, last season. They always seem to be on the same part of the track every time, Ellingham and JP.
Easton is in the chat. Thank you, Easton. Who's just joined us watching. Good for you to watch, Easton. He's saying, I wasn't the first, apparently. It was Vettel, not SLR Vettel, RSF1 Vettel, I think, because it's a different one. In Season 2 Russia, was the first one, as Ham as a go on JP. Oh, God. Ham as a go on JP, and gives him a little bit of a shove on the exit, it's fair to say.
JP's probably thinking, I'll let you drag me along for a bit.
Are you sure he's thinking that? Because he didn't exactly let him through.
I don't know, might he give him quite a bit of space there on the outside?
Fruit Boy has caught Ras a little bit. What I was saying about them maybe working together to bring Ras back actually might be what they're doing. Because the gap was 2 seconds, it's now 1.3, 1.2.
Well, that fight in between Alpines has kind of got Petronas back his lead. So this is not helping the Alpines, this battle in here. Because it was down to 5.6 JP was, and then he got it back up to about 6.1-ish.
Can you random ball the sticks for a second? Oh,
he's on 27 now. Oh
P.
no.
P nearly hit the back of Ham there. See, the thing is, I don't think Ham is wanting JP to pass him, because I've just noticed on the back straight he weaved to try and break the DRS toe.
I think Slicks is on the wheel, because he's new to the wheel. I think that's why he's getting a lot of penalties. I can see where he's oversteering.
Not tyre wear, because everyone's on the same.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely oversteering. Like you can see, he's drifting on the side there. Yeah.
Gotta be careful, he's 2 penalties away. Oh, Soms. The thing, it's gonna be the thing now. Every time that pops up at the top of the screen, I'm thinking it's Slicks.
Yeah.
Ham's gonna really struggle at the end of this race. Oh, Ham goes wide. Are you helping each other or are you battling? Because at this point, I'm not sure. They got to be, as you say, if they work together, they're going to catch Patronus. Because every time they do, they catch him. They can't let the Ferrari back in either.
Well, we're at the midway point of the race. 25 laps. 9:20. Yeah, not too bad. Slicks is struggling with internet problems. That looks it. He's stuttering all over the place.
JP goes back ahead of Ham. That seems to be the closest battle, apart from these front 4 at the moment. We got Richie on the back of Lem for 10th. We also got Button and Clates behind Slicks.
Well, they're very good, Lem. I always think of the Williams. He was Williams last year. They swap places.
Clates has got by Slicks there. What I love about this circuit is if you're somebody in turn 1, let's go forward with Slick. Oh, I come back on at the wrong time. As I see a bang of tyres between the Williams and the Alfa Romeo. This is how far back these guys are all over the place, Slicks. Look at that. That's not healthy. Not healthy at all. Here comes Button, who's a bit wary to overtake because his car's jumping all over the place. Maybe that's the reason why he's getting penalties, because the car keeps jumping about a couple of feet. And meanwhile, God, Fruit Boy nearly hitting the back of Chris Sticks as I go back to the battle of the lead. Oh, don't make contact now.
Slicks.
Slicks has got one more.
30.
Don't become the 3rd driver in RSF1 history. Please. You don't want to do it. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Think of me. Just retire. It's better to retire at this point. Richie. Dano's not got a penalty. Richie into the top 10. Past Lem. Yeah, I was just going to say, go on.
He made some bad calls on the pit stops during the wet. He kind of pitted for the wets when everyone was on inters, and then he pitted again for the wets again, which kind of left him out of the contention. But it's like I say, there's a long way to go. It could be a safety car, or anything that could bring him right back into the mix.
Legs. Wait, he's on 33. Hang on. Is it unlimited now? Because now he's on 33. I thought he would be disqualified by now. Vic says 33 seconds of penalties.
Perhaps because he's got a 5-second. That doesn't count.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, there's your penalties. Dano and Fruit Boy got 3 seconds each. JP's got 3. Aliham's got 6. Zoms and Jedi got 3. Lemmer's got 3.
So if he gets one more, I think that will be it.
Well, it could be a tester. How many can you get now?
Yeah.
Rodders is 9, Vettel with 12, Clates with 3, Slicks with 33, and James with 3. There is your
Slicks is basically a pit stop behind now. From wherever he finishes. But then again, if 10 people finish, then he could get something. He's going for the move. Oh no, he's gone straight on. Really struggling out there at the moment, Slicks.
We are officially halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so would this be the last lap if it was 50%? It would, wouldn't it? Or would lap 27 be the last lap? Confused now. No, this will be the last lap, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We are halfway. We are officially halfway. Yay!
Yeah, because 2/8 are 16, yeah.
I've noticed, by the way, the clouds are not going away. Oh! Root nearly hits Dano. Yeah, the clouds are not going away that quickly, are they?
No.
I think it's rain again. So, Raz was being caught, but the gap's now back up to 2.3.
I can see James is now struggling on those hards because the leaders are catching up to him. He could well be lapped, yeah. Although they have got to pit as well, so that is it's only saving grace at the moment. I'm surprised that we've not had a safety car. I really am.
Are you surprised or proud at this point?
Well, I am proud of the F3, but we all like to have a bit of excitement. Let's be honest.
What, has it not been exciting?
Well, yeah, but I just want to see James get back into it. You know?
Yeah. As we saw,
it's no fun driving around at the back 20, nearly 2 pit stops down, like,
Well, we'll put it this way: he is a minute off points. Because points is what you want, really, isn't it? He's a minute off that.
Yeah.
Sorry, James, if you're watching us back. We've
definitely
all been there.
Caught by the leaders. So I mean, no res. You can see almost James now. Yeah, he can. So within a few quarters ahead. Don't give up yet, James.
Oh.
These guys have got to pit as well. So it might be a benefit from the pit now, really, James. Get on the fresh tyres.
The thing you've got to remember, the thing you've got to remember now is this is where
he has pitted.
Now he is a lap down. The thing as well, it's now at this point where fatigue may come into play, because a lot of these drivers are obviously used to 50%. If this was 50%, we'd be done. Well, we wouldn't be done time-wise, because it's only 9:30. We'd still be 20 minutes because of the full quali. But in terms of a wreck, legs, how many can you get? Here's the tester now. Oh,
James didn't want to come up behind that McLaren then. He just got out ahead of that McLaren. He had a nice bit of open track ahead of him.
Yeah. JP Jedi, no, not JP and Ham still slowly catching up to Petronas. Again, I feel really sorry for Petronas because he's slowly being caught by... There is James, by the way, right behind
Slicks is out.
Slicks is tied. He's done the right thing there. He doesn't want to be disqualified. No. Vettel sets the fastest lap. He's on fresh tyres. What he pitted, by the way. Yeah, I feel really sorry for Petronas at this point because he's being slowly managing just so the Alpine's behind, but he's really in that no man's land, as I mentioned earlier. It's the worst place to be in. As Dano pits from 4th. Trying to go for the undercut. Mediums to the end. No. 25 laps. I was told by Mr. Cornish in F2 that mediums could go 20 laps. So people in the chat, can mediums last the rest of this race if you pit now? That's my call. I know hards can.
Why is he ghosting through him? Strange.
Breathing enabled. Is that whole thing, you know, if someone disconnects, be solid. This is the same process.
Yeah, if I was Patronus, I wouldn't fight it, because there's no point.
No.
Totally different races.
So Dano's come out in reasonably good clean air. He's behind the 2 Alpines, but he's just about managed to get ahead of Zoms.
Yeah, he's got a bit of open track there, Dano.
Oh, Christ. Am is going to be a sitting duck.
Alpines are just fighting each other so much. It's really just hampered their race a little bit. But they're again, they're down to 4.8 on showing us now. Yeah,
they fought for a little bit. Fish Sticks is in, Fruit Boy is in. Maybe mediums can go to the end. Let's see where Dano is.
If I was the Alpine now, I'd pit. Yeah, he's pitting. Doing the undercut on his teammate.
And let's see if the undercut has worked for Dano. He was right behind Fruit Boy and Fish Sticks. Here they come out the pits. And Dano is going to be side by side with Fruit Boy by the looks of it. Not Fruit Boy, Fish Sticks. Oh, contact! Wheel-to-wheel contact, slight spin for Fish Sticks. And oh, this is going to get messy. Careful, boys. Oh. So.
Why isn't he for Sticks backed out of that one?
Well, the odd thing is that Dano then slowed down to then let Fish Sticks back through because he thought he'd done the rondoing, which is noble of him. But what it's done is it's allowed Fruit Boy in a bit of a mess between all 3 of them. Because he decides to slow down as they approach a really fast section of the S. And what it's going to do is Brass, who I presume is going to pit this lap, is going to come out with a lot of free space. And he does pit indeed. So yeah, maybe mediums can't go to the end.
Long way to go on mediums.
25 laps for a lot of them, although they would all be in the same boat, I guess.
He'd be dead at the end of it.
JP stays out, right in front of Fruit Boy. Fruit Boy easily goes by, and Ras is 2.5. There he is. Patronus stays out. So I think JP and Patronus are pretty much saying the same thing as we are.
Oh, the lag there on Zoom.
There's a lot of lag. There's a horrendous lot of lag.
Fruit Boy.
Oh goodness.
Oh, is it lagged out?
Everyone's jumping.
Yeah.
Like everyone. This is bad.
No. Oh, it's saying the Zoom crashed then. Is it everyone?
No.
Yeah.
Battles left the session. What's going on with this?
I remember this happened once in USA a few seasons back, where
can you take a screenshot quick, please?
For the grid.
Yeah. If this carries on, because this is all over the place, I don't know what it's like for the drivers, but it's everybody. It's absolutely everybody.
Well, I got a screenshot then, but somebody changed position then. But that was lap 34. So
Yep.
it'll go by that screenshot if we do start again.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call this. A lot of people dropping is my fault.
Yeah.
Who's now?
Love your host? Richie, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We have to call it. Because
Yeah,
it's
Lem's
halfway
left.
through the race. I mean, theoretically, we could do a 50% race still in the grid order. We'd have to do it now.
Late stream is fine.
Maybe it's just a spike?
Right, who's left? Fruit Boy. I think Fruit Boy left. Yeah, Fruit Boy's... Yeah, it's just a bit of a spike. It's just a bit of a spike. Right, Fruit Boy. Can you get Fruit Boy back in place?
Yeah.
Ah, that's annoying. Yeah, Fruit Boy's dropping. Yeah, it just seemed like a bit of a spike going on. That's a real shame. Fruit Boy's not dropping that too much. Let's see who else has connected through this. Lem. Fruit Boy's joined back. Right, so Fruit Boy's still in this, so you haven't lost. Yeah, Lem. And I think that's the only one. Yeah, it's just Lem that's the only one that's yet to join back.
Just send him an invite.
Yeah, I spitted him as well. He was on 22 laps of tyres. Right, let's get back into this. Yeah, refocus up, Fruit Boy. You're not out of this. Only 2 points.
Still P4.
Yeah, not 2 point. Only 2.3 off. Still a bit to go. Still 21 laps. Right, let's focus back up. So Ras now has a 3-second lead over Dano, who's now into second. Lem is back, so all good. If it carried on for another couple of laps, I would have called that restart there. But as it seems to have fixed itself and everyone's back in, I know they lost time, but
I think it's just a spike. It was just a spike.
I've never seen that before.
I've seen it before.
That's why I sort of panicked a little bit, because
I've seen a few spikes at lobbies, but the worst one I ever saw, though, was here, actually. It was about 2 seasons ago, where the lobby absolutely, totally crashed, and all cars just smashed in different positions. Everyone kept swapping positions from like P1 to P20. It was just, it was weird.
was I commentating on that? I think I was.
I think you were, yeah.
Yeah. It's this track. Why is it this track?
Oh no.
Yeah, Lem's having big troubles. Because obviously the thing is, if in that spike we lost whoever the lobby host was, it's Richie. I don't think he dropped actually. Speaking of Richie, he hasn't pitted yet. In 9th place. Done 21 laps on his mediums. Neither was Rodders. Clates is now pitting. Yeah, Richie was the lobby host. As Fistix then re-overtakes Dano. Second. Once again, like before, they got to sort of work together to kind of bring Ras back into this. course, in all that mess, JP has lost touch with his teammate and got Zums in between now.
Yeah. He may have had an incident because of that spike, because of Zoms. Because it literally, the first time I saw it was Zoms going into turn 1 with the two Alpines, and that's where I saw it. So I don't know whether it was caused by Zoms. That internet spike, but
It's just odd.
I'm blaming it on him. It could be. It's bound to be normally the lobby hosting.
Yeah, I knew
everyone went.
everyone was jumping on my screen, and that's when you know something's peculiar, because like you see the odd. I've seen Fruit Boy dancing a little bit from time to time.
I know Slicks was having problems with internet. I mean, he has problems with internet all the time. But yeah.
Right, so we seem to be repeating this situation again. These three, if they still want to win this race, they need to work together to bring Ras into this, because Ras is in a bit of a control race. Fruit Boy, despite that time loss, has gone right up to the back of these two. They need to work together. There's still 19 laps of this race, so enough. Still enough time for a safety car as well. James is still... I mean, James and all that is only 24 seconds behind someone.
I mean, even 2 pit stops down on everyone. 2 pit stops down on
three
everyone
wide.
else.
We have a 3 wide situation on lap 38. Never thought I'd say that. I was still doing it. Oh, Fishit's losing 2 positions in all of that. Right, it's a peloton. You're 5 seconds behind Ras. Let's start catching him. Not that I have anything against Ras winning this race. I still want a battle of the lead. You must understand this. Fruit Boy seems to be the faster of the 3, so this kind of makes sense. What am I doing? If Ras watches this back, it's like a conspiracy against him. It's like all 3 of you work together. Come on. No, I'm a neutral, unbiased person. I have a few certain favourites, but
I have to say though, the quality of the racing for the last few races has been pretty good, wheel to wheel.
Zoms is about to be attacked. Zoms is about to be attacked by both Alpines. Here comes JP, make it 3 wide. We have another 3 wide situation on lap 38. What are you doing? Don't make contact! Oh no!
Alpines!
Zoms having a go again. Oh, don't stick your nose in after you've been driving for about an hour. It's like, and this is the thing as well. When you've been driving for so long, you've been concentrating for so long, adrenaline is like pumping right through you. You start making rash moves. You start making little errors. This is where it starts getting a bit rough.
Gets a penalty. But JP, you thought was dropped. He's actually put back up to Zims there, and on the back of his teammate now again.
Oh, where you going? What? Oh, goodness.
I think he's letting his teammate go there a little bit. See?
Well, why would you let him go there?
Because he got 9 seconds of penalties compared with his teammates who's only on 3.
Why would you let him go there? That's my thought. Let him go on the straight. Oh, he wants the straight. It's so crafty. I think that is the case. It's like, I'll let you through here so I can have this the DRS.
Well, I mean, he's got less CRS than his teammate, so he needs that DRS.
Oh. Closer, closer, yeah. There we go. Back ahead. I've
I've been
never
working
seen...
pretty well today together, Ellie, huh?
Oh,
JP.
Oh, Zobs. Back out of it. James is retired in the pits. Unlucky James. Here comes Zobs. Look how close they are. Wheel to wheel. Oof. James just about holds it. That's really unlucky there, James. We've all been there.
You know what will happen now? A little safety car will come out.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, was he a lap down at that point?
No.
He was. Oh, he wasn't, no. Oh, these two are going to be careful. All three of them are going to be careful. You've got a retiring Red Bull in front of you. I mean, you say these two Alpines are working together. I'm looking at it. I've never seen teammates work so oddly. It's kind of like they're reluctantly working together.
Well,
because
we know they're not the best of friends from last season. And for them to be teammates this season was a bit of a kind of a because of the battles that they had last year. Sorry, last season. It was last year, wasn't it?
Look at Ham. He's so struggling with that ERS now. Needs to get some back some way, but because that red light is already blinking on lap 41. That's not what you want at all.
No. I mean, his teammate hasn't got much more.
The flag. Vettel had a bit of a spin, but okay. Maybe a bit of a slide. It's fine though. I think. Oh, Ras got a penalty. I didn't realise he did. 3 seconds. So, on the top 4, Fish Sticks is the only one that doesn't have a penalty. Fish Sticks is still... Oh! That contact.
Well, that would mean Dano would lose the podium.
Oh, Zom's hit the back of JP. He's got front wing damage. Well, there goes the battle. Ferrari gets to the Alpine, yeah, because the understeer's horrible. That's a real shame.
Well, the benefit is that he can pit for fresh tyres and get the new wing. And
Vettel out!
Tells out.
Vettel's out! Safety car!
No! James
James.
retired!
He was a lap down though. If he was on the same lap, because
No,
he could have.
on the same lap.
Oh Christ! Safety car.
Because the others had pitted, remember? He was on the same lap.
Orphan question: what do you do? What do you do for tyres? Because I don't think Softs will last.
Oh yes, Softs will last.
Ras stays out.
Laps. I did 17 laps on them from the start, and they were at about 53%.
Dano in. Dano
Softs
in. Fish Sticks in. Front two didn't pit.
Well, think of it this way, right? It's 14 laps, which half that, right? So that's about 7 laps on the softs.
They have fresh as well. Ooh.
Yeah. 7 laps on the softs, effectively.
James angry. James angry.
I
need to go back on tyres.
A very, very bad race here. He made bad calls on the pit stops.
Ham stays out. JP goes in.
Bad call on retiring 2 laps after the safety car comes out. I feel for you, James. Honestly, we all have.
Yeah.
We all have them.
Lem's in. Buttons in. Brings everybody back in. We knew. I just knew we were going to get one at some point.
Yeah.
At 41. But the intriguing thing is, Orphan, the top 2 didn't pit.
Just think, like James, right? Would have been 16th now, on the back of 16th, right?
Don't rub it in.
Fresh tyres. I'm rubbing it in now, because I know James. I've known him for a while.
Yeah, Fruit Boy saying in the chat, why didn't you pit? Why didn't you pit? Yeah, you got Dano and Fistix now on fresh soft tyres right behind you. Ham hasn't pitted either. And also, Mr. Orphan, if you've got time penalties, which the top 3 do, you got Patronus and Fistix with no penalties at all. If they stay like that and keep with the leaders,
he could get a podium.
I'm thinking right now.
Fistix
I'm looking at Patronus.
Bang on for the win, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the pace, and he's got no penalties.
Well, I'm thinking also if Patronus can get by Ham quickly, which he should. He's on fresh tyres against Ham's 10-lap-old mediums. He can be right behind Fistix, and then that's your battle for the win, effectively, if they can stay with the top 3.
I'm not so sure about Patronus because he didn't seem as though he was on the pace of the leaders. But you never know what it'll be like now when it's like
he was he was on pace for the leaders until he got dropped for the DRS, and he just fell right off. And he's kind of stuck in a no man's land kind of situation. Because you remember he slowed down, so he didn't double stack with his teammate.
Yeah. Oh, Fruit
Boy, new.
Getting back quick.
Yep. I think you're going to have another lap anyway, because we're nowhere near packed up. Doesn't want that now. Right, so lap 43, 13 laps to go. Effectively a 25% race once we restart this. Yeah, we'll get you back, Fruit Boy. Orphan send you the invite. So Ras in the lead, Fruit Boy in second. They haven't pitted. Then you got Dano and Fistix on fresh tyres there. Ham hasn't pitted, is up to 5th. Patronus is 6th. JP 7th. Zoms 8th. Jedi in 9th on fresh tyres also. Rodis hasn't pitted, but he's on 6-lap medium, so kind of understand where he's going from. Richie in 11th. Plates in 12th. Lem 13th, and then both house drivers, Button and Willybum. Button and Willybum as well. And I think Clates as well. Them 3 have been nowhere in this race. I think they got caught up in a few things. And they're back in it. They're suddenly looking at points, maybe.
Yeah, James, I was rooting for you throughout the whole race, not to give up. Yeah, it's just a bad race, mate. We all get them, and I mean, just look forward to the next one. Where are we next? Sorry,
Vegas.
Jeddah, is it?
Oh, Vegas. Sprint race, Vegas.
So think about that one, and just make some better pit calls next time.
And I think as well, James was the early championship leader at this point. He's fingers crossed for Dano. It's a sandbag race to give me a diff 3. Well, it was qualifying, so really not really sandbagging. So obviously, this early stage of a championship, I don't even know why I mention it because it's still early on. But obviously, if Fistix takes the win, he'll take the early championship lead. If Patronus takes the win, that will be his first points of the season as well. Fruit Boy as well. Well, Fruit Boy obviously didn't score in Qatar either, so he's looking for some solid points. JP is in the exact same place where he finished in Qatar. He's always going to finish 7th. That's his position now. You know, he can make gains as well on the tyres as well. I just think everybody in the mediums, they're just going to be swallowed up on this restart.
Yeah. I'm shocked the Fruit Boy didn't pit though. I know that.
Ham as well.
That could cost them the win here.
They do have track position. If they defend like crazy...
Track position with soft tyres, it don't mean nothing.
No. Right, here we go then. All about the restart. When is Nutraz going to drop it? In some ways you feel kind of sorry for Nutraz because he's been in relative control of this race. Driven very nicely. And now he's got to defend like crazy from the charging soft tyre path. As I mentioned, Patronus has got to get by Ham quickly. Ideally within the first lap of this restart. He could be on for the win here. No penalties for with him and Vishdix. And Nutraz is not going yet. He's going to be a last corner job by the looks of it. He's really bunching them up. Still weaving. Still weaving. Last corner. Oh, he's going really slow. Right up to the line. Oh, this is... Goodness. That is a late call. And in comes Dano.
No! Serves into the back of... Look like JP.
Oh... This is why you don't bunch up, everybody. Dano's ghosting, I don't know why, but Fruit Boy... it's Fishsticks and Dano going side by side. Oh, be careful. Be careful through this.
Oh, poor Zooms there. He got caught out. The car's under slow.
It's all manner of kicking off.
Oh no!
Oh, Ferrari round.
And he's
On the left assess, yeah. Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, contact with JP by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's a straight up retire on the track. This is really battling with Dano, really burning the RS. Dano's got front wing damage. I've just seen. So it's all manner of kickoff. Patronus side by side with Jedi. Jedi is fighting with Patronus for 6th. Jedi, be careful. Oh no, he spun Patronus!
No!
Patronus is round! No, Patronus! Does he have wind damage as well? No. I think Jedi does though as well.
Who's the contact with?
Jedi. Yeah, I think that's wind damage. JP's up to 5th. Meantime, yeah, Dano's into the pits. That's a real shame for Dano. So both Red Bulls have had a horrid time here. Jedi is in. Trying to stays out though. Well, Raz and Fruit Boy will be happy about that because that's less laps for them to defend, but that's not what you see. I think it was trying to give each other room. It just connected with the tyres and off they went. Happening with JP.
Being overtaken by plates. Does JP got wind damage?
Yeah, he does. Front left. Front left wind damage. Yeah, you can see on the end plate. It's, as I said, it's all kicking off. Look at the Haas drivers now, 8th and 10th. Willy Bum's up to 8th. Barton's up to 10th.
Yeah.
Chapel's still in there as well. Here comes JP. JP's sticking out there. He's back ahead of Lem. And that is... Oh, Willy Bum now. Up into 7th, so Willy Bum's absolutely flying. It was all too quiet.
It was.
Oh, button! No! Don't!
It's all kicking off now.
Yep.
Oh, and there's contact between the Williams there, Richie. He caught the back end of Button because he slowed with the contact with Clates.
Time penalty for Fruit Boy. Meanwhile, it's up to 6 seconds. JP, I think, is in. Willy Bum's up to 6th for that restart. Willy Bum's looking at a solid points haul here. Because he's got rudders and pens.
All credit to Patronus, so he hasn't given up. He's got no penalties, so he could jump a lot of people here if he can.
Yeah, he realises.
Keep penalty free, so there's no point in him giving up. And he just took the fastest lap of the race, so that would be a point.
Right, so Fistix is currently 3.5 seconds behind Ras. He's got the better tyre advantage. At the moment, he still needs to drag in there as well.
Yeah, fish sticks. It looks like he's going to win this race here.
But the time to go is Button,
Fruit Boy.
Button, free wide with Clates and Lamb. Oh.
He really needs to get past Fruit Boy quickly so that no Raz gets away.
Patronus is now caught right up to the back of this. So Patronus, he's got Rodders. He'll get Willy Bum if he can catch a little bit. He'll get Lem. So Patronus, despite the spin, could still be on for 5th.
Yeah.
He'll be seething though. He'll be absolutely fuming with that because he'll look back in this and think a race victory's just gone. Fish
Maybe
has gone by Fruit Boy.
Maybe not a race victory, but definitely a podium.
Mm.
I mean, he may still well get a podium. You never know. The pace he's showing up now on these soft tyres. Just needs to get past here cleanly, up past plates, going side by side through the S's. Oh no, a slight contact on the rear of Patronus.
Ah.
I think really Clayton should have backed out of that one. He's a man on a mission now, Patronus. He definitely is.
He's got red mist. If I know Patronus, he'll be. Yeah, he will be seething. Look at Willy Bum. Those absolutely flew past that Mercedes of Rodders on the straight. So Willy Bum now is up to 5th, and penalty wise, Willy Bum's on a podium. He's on for a podium.
Out of nowhere.
Completely out of the note. He was like stuck in 14th, 15th place for the whole of this race, not really making gains. And all of a sudden, Haas looked really strong for a good points haul. What a place to do it as well. Home team.
I mean, look at that, Ellingham. 9 seconds, 6 seconds for Fruit Boy. And he's only
Tyres is he on? Oh,
4 seconds behind Fruit Boy.
so those that haven't pitted as well, the other thing with their tyres, they're even getting to the end of medium tyre life. Be dodgy, even with the safety car, because they still got to go another 7 laps.
Yeah. They have had the blind of a restart.
Patronus. Oh. That's the red mist aggressiveness, I think, coming through. He's in that pack now. Here comes Willy Bum at the inside of Ham. Ham goes so far off the circuit. Rodders is coming back, although Ham actually got a good exit despite that excursion. But yeah, Willy Bum's actually moving far away. So he gets within 3 seconds of Fruit Boy. Willy Bum's got a podium. Got the tyre advantage as well. He's just got to get his head down. 7 laps to go. He's got to catch a second on the McLaren ahead.
Patronus going for the move on Rick Cheesy.
Lem.
Apologies, Lem.
Oh, Lem gets the penalty. Up to 9 seconds, Lem is.
But he can make some big gains, yeah, as well.
Yeah, Rodders is going to plummet with that 18 seconds that he's got.
Yeah. He could be down to P10. Yeah, about that.
Ernest is live streaming, apparently. It's only just popped up on my screen that he's live streaming. I don't know how he's... Either that's very delayed or... Yeah, either that's delayed by about an hour and a half, or he's only just turned it on. Which would be impressive. Unless he's got one of those speaker things that say Alexa stream now or whatever it's called.
Yeah, could be.
Here we go. Button's got rudders, but here comes Patronus. The DRS. Simple-ish move on Lem. Is he going to get the braking down? No, he doesn't. Lem on the exit. Time marbles now coming into effect. You're offline.
Lem's still going for it, not giving up.
Rodders has managed to get by Button. Button's dropped back behind Richie. Richie's still on for some good points as well.
I didn't think of Richie. Yeah, Richie could be moving up.
He's quietly come into this, hasn't he?
But last week.
Yeah. What's the tyres like here? Now as Richie's looking on the back of Rodders. Button's trying to defend. I think Rodders is a complete sitting duck here. Oh, careful. You got Patronus, who's got fire in his eyes right now. Just itching to get by any position back. Rodders up to 21 seconds. Right, so I'll keep it on pens now. That's one lap. 51. Brass still in the lead on track, but because of his penalties, Fish Sticks has got within 3 seconds. As long as Fish Sticks can remain penalty free and stay within the gap, because he's only hovering about 2.2, then the win is possibly there. Fruit Boy is third with Willy Bum in fourth, as Rodders and Richie are still going side by Rodders. I think made a lunge and it didn't work, and here comes Button and here comes Patronus. He's been absolutely falling like a stone. Jones going for a lunge. Yes, he is. There you go. Nicely done.
Just following Button through.
Those tyres. He's only on 14 laps. I think he's just struggling in general. As got a flag. Dano. I just all of a sudden realised Dano was back there. He's had us coming together, I think, or something. JP maybe. He's still there. Yes, you got Willy Bum. If Willy Bum can get within 3 seconds, he's got a podium, but he's struggling to do that at the moment. 4.3. Ham is in 5th. Richie Chappell would jump Ham, so Richie's looking at a 5th place right now. Fantastic to see. Button is still there though as well. Both of them, I think, are battling over 5th place.
Yeah,
although you got Patronus still there.
Yeah, Richie and Button and Patronus all fighting for that 5th place, really.
Yeah. I think this seems to be the closest battle, I think.
I bet Lem's going to go for the move, on Rodders. No ERS left for Rodders. He's done a 10% and he gets the move down there. Lem. Lovely move. He's following this pack.
Button's got Richie, and I've only just realised they're catching Ham really quickly. Look at Ham there. What's the tyres at? Oh, he's at 20 laps. 20 lap mediums. They're shocking. Look at it. He's all over the place. You got a puncher. Is it a punch or is it just...
No, he's going through, so he's just struggling with the tyres now.
Who else is at that point? Fruit Boy and Ras on the exact same point. No. Look at that.
Yeah, he's close to 1.6.
Oh god, Buzz got away. Look at Richie. 2 positions. Ow. Go Richie. 5th place. Instinctive. Saw both of them running wide. Up to the inside and said, yeah, that's mine. Oh, so if Fruit Boy and Ras start really struggling on those tyres, which, look at the state of them. Still got 3 laps to do. Christ. I think I saw someone in the chat earlier said this race was a little bit dead because there was no safety car.
Yeah.
So what the safety car's done is put a shot of adrenaline into this.
Yeah.
Right. Willy Bum's pace. He's not catching football, is he? I was thinking, is he even dropping him?
I think those soft tyres may be starting to come to the end of their life.
Let me think. Yeah, 11 laps.
Well, their peak performance anyway.
Yeah. Or it could be Jesse settling for 4th place. Could be that.
Mm-hmm. Good result, though.
Been a long race, of course.
Be a brilliant result for the Haas team.
Oh, here comes Richie. He's not giving up on that 5th place. Up on the inside of Button. Button giving him the room. Richie back ahead. We've got Patronus in there on the same amount of points. Ham's trouble with tyres as soon as he'd be cleared up, and he's right in this. Here's the entertainment you guys wanted. Battle for 5th place. Can go any of 3 ways, I would say. Oh, Patronus and Lem side by side. Patronus goes from defence to attack.
Oh, Patronus.
Corner. I've got 2 battles going on here. I've got Button and Richie going at it. Patronus behind. Button gets by Richie. Richie goes for retaliation, possibly.
How has Ellie Ham suddenly got back into this? His tyres look dead. Now he's the one who seems to have the better tyres. The crossover.
Maybe had a bit of a maybe had a bit of a slide.
In times of tyre where the crossover is mad on the 100% race, isn't it? I mean, judging 100% race tyre wear, I don't know what it was like for you personally. How it felt like on the tyres, like to pick the right moment to pit, and when you felt the tyres were going or whatever.
It's it's one of those kind of ebb and flows thing. It kind of like real life in a way. Because you have moments where you think, oh, the tyres are going, tyres are gone, and then they can sort of come back for a little bit. But you'll find that like the early steer, Button nearly has a big slide there. You'll find in the early part, of course, with the heavy fuel, the tyres will wear quicker. So like mediums, for example, I was told mediums could go 20 laps, and I'm like, well, they could only last 17 in like the first part. And then I was in a situation to do 20 laps on mediums at the end, and they felt so much nicer because obviously the car doesn't have fuel or less fuel, and here comes Lem on Patronus still. Patronus still desperate to get by Ham, easing him way off the track. Ham's miles off the track, and here comes Lem, still going 3 wide as well. Careful, guys. Did an incident here before. Ham backs out of it. I was actually trying to go for a switchback on Lem, and Patronus was like, "No, I'll take that."
Oh no, Lem's come back.
Oh god. I could see what Ham was trying to do. He was trying to do like a switchback on Lem, but forgot, oh, there's a McLaren there. Goodness me. Richie is still right up in the back for 5th place as we're on to the final lap of the race. Fish Sticks, as long as he stays penalty free, will have this victory. Will take the early championship lead after turn 2. But Button, Richie going for it. This is for 5th place.
Oh, Button's gone wide.
Side by side, but Button's got it for now. But as long as Richie can stay within DRS, he's got it. Ham and Lemon going side by side. With Patronus still there. Rodders is still hanging about.
Oh, this could work in Richie's favour, this, because he's going to have the DRS going into the final lap. If you get close yet, Button is going to be under huge pressure. 21% for Richie compared to Button's only 8%, so he's got 10% more ERS. He hasn't had the best of exits there, Richie. Don't know if he's going to have enough to get him. He's coming up. He's coming up. He's coming. It's the turn. Button's trying to defend it on the outside.
Richie late break.
Side by side.
Oh.
He's done it.
Clates has retired on the last lap. Richie's got him.
Back and Richie's gone wide.
Needs to jump on the leader in a little bit. I really want to see this. But go right around the outside of Richie. No. What a move. What a move from Button. Fistix takes the win. I'm sorry I didn't go on to him. Fistix has won. Ras in second. Fruit Boy takes third. Woolly Bum with a great recovery to fourth place. But Button with a gutsy outside move completes the battle with Richie to take fifth place. Richie will still be happy with sixth. Ham to seventh, but jumped by Patronus to seventh. Ham eighth. Lemon ninth. Rodders in 10th. And then just outside the points is Jedi, JP, and Dano. All you got to feel really sorry for. No, JP gets the last point on penalties. JP gets a point. And then Dano comes across in, was it 13th, I think? No, it's 12th. I think we had 12th. Button driver of the day. Oh boy.
No Raz. Unfortunately, that penalty cost him the victory here today. I mean, he's on reserve at the moment, but he's had a great drive here today. That's unlucky, that is. Safety car probably cost him the victory here today. But he's been very impressive in his first two races, you've got to say.
Raining again, Orphan.
Oh, at the very end.
So, Fistix with the win. A great drive from him. Stayed with the pack pretty much the entirety, or the lead pack entirety of that race. Ras, without that penalty, 9/10 in the end. That's all the gap was. So, did very well to keep it that close. Fruit Boy in third place picks up their first points of the season. The two Haas drivers qualified 13th and 14th, didn't really make any gains from that throughout that race. Ends up 4th and 5th. Button and Richie with a great battle in that last few laps. Button, eventually the victor, takes 5th place ahead of Richie. Patronus in 7th will be very disappointed with that coming together late on, with Jedi ends up 7th though, takes points. Ham in 8th, Lem in 9th, JP in 10th, Jedi, Rodders and then Dano. And there's all your DNFs.
Just got the screenshots.
Boy, oh boy.
Fish sticks, obviously. In there.
I don't know whether or not Ras will have a mic though, would he? Because he's on
No, he's on PC.
Yeah, he's on PC. So, we'll get Willy Bum in as well. Yep. Has he got 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, someone did say the race did go a bit quiet. I would admit that it did, but those last 15 or so laps after the safety car.
Sorry, Fruit Boy got the win. Sorry, Fish Sticks got the win.
Willy Bum was 4th.
Yeah, who was 3rd?
Fruit Boy was 3rd.
Is he?
When Fish Sticks, Ras, Fruit Boy, Willy Bum, Button, and then Richie. Right, so let's go to this.
Make sure you tick the box, gentlemen, so that we can hear you on the stream. Willy Bomber and Fish Sticks. Michaels?
Mm-hmm. Is everyone here?
Willy Bomber,
yeah.
and Fish Sticks, yeah. I don't think Jedi's joining.
No, it's not Jedi, it's Fruit Boy.
Sorry, Fruit Boy, sorry.
Let me try with him.
I've sent him an invite, but I don't think he normally joins.
I mean, if Fruit Boy doesn't, we'll give him a few minutes, then we'll get Button in if he wants a word. But yeah, let's start off with Willy Bum, who finished in 4th place. Obviously, you know the procedure. Obviously, if we can't speak to anybody in a different console, then we invite the next position, which you got in 4th place. And I gotta say, I don't know if you felt a little bit as well, because you had the qualifying just outside the top 10, I think it was 13th, and you didn't really make any gains in that race, obviously despite your best efforts, and kind of just outside the points but not sneak into it. But that safety car completely changed the game, and you started moving right up the top 10 and ended up with a very solid position in 4th place, picks up your first points of the season as well. So in the end, got to be very happy, but a very, very tough race for you. Take us through it.
Yeah, quality weren't great. And then obviously started on the end. I got tapped a little bit on the first corner, sent me back to last. And then I was really slow for some reason, and figured out my tyres weren't overheating straight away. And whatever tyre I went on was just overheating. So luckily the safety car came out to bring it back in. And the softs, I just said screw it and just sent it. Tried to bridge a gap, and then just tried to keep the tyre temps down. I got lucky.
What tyre pressures did you have, just out of curiosity?
They weren't that high, to be fair. About mid 22.
You could be lower than that.
Yeah,
Very lower than that. Yeah.
Yeah. The fronts were really hot. The rears weren't too bad. The fronts.
For future races, what I normally do is, if I have a setup that I've got, I then go into Grand Prix mode and I set up like a 50% or 100 depending on what distances, and just go out on hard tyres, just a few laps with the tyre pressure temps on.
Yeah.
And if I see them going way over 100 degrees, I know turn the pressures down, ready for the actual league race.
Yeah.
And that seems to work. I mean, certain tracks, they're going to overheat no matter what you do. But yeah, they need to be low for a lot of tracks. So
my tyre temps were 180.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that high. So definitely for the next few, just turn them down. Turn them down. Yeah, in terms of your campaign, I mean, you're underway now, because obviously no points at Qatar, 12 points here, so it starts here, doesn't it?
Let's hope so. I'm into sprint next week. That track I don't really like. See if it carries up.
You never know. Obviously, sprint races, Vegas, safety cars can happen at any point. I mean, it benefited you today, so it might happen again next week.
So.
But yeah, great recovery drive. One of the, sticking at it, still going round, and good points for your teammate as well. So all in all, good day for us.
Yeah, good.
Any words from you, Orphan?
Oh, just congratulations, really, and sticking it out for 56, is it, whatever laps? I mean,
56.
Mentally it's so tough to keep going round and around and around, and not been in it or whatever. But you've served your P4 here today, and came out of nowhere and did really well. So it's just something for you to keep going now for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Well, on to fish
Well done,
sticks.
fish sticks as well.
Race winner here today. I mean, you're certainly showing your pace for the first two races. Well, I knew you had pace, but you seem to have shocked me in that you seem to be one of the fastest in the tier, and you proved that today with the victory. But I mean, obviously, that no Raz had the penalty, and the safety car didn't help him. But I mean, you got to be there to win it at the end of the day, and you were there.
No, yeah. So I mean, it was question. I mean, after a few laps, after I got past through, the gap was coming down, but it wasn't. It did slow down, and it sort of stabilised. And I thought he might just edge it on the tyres and drag that gap back out. But I managed I managed to stay within, like it not drop too far back. So yeah, in all fairness, I mean, I'm quite surprised today. I wasn't expecting to be anywhere near the front in quality, and I was. The race, the inter period, I was just basically trying to take it as easy as I can and get through that period. And then when it went on to the mediums, not Raz's pace, I couldn't keep up with that. And so yeah, I've basically, after the second stop, I basically just accepted second, and I was just going to slip behind Dano and Fruit and just stay within their time penalties, and that was it. The safety car obviously did throw a curveball out for everyone. I was quite surprised some people didn't pit actually. So I knew there was a chance being on the softs to be able to try and capitalise on that. And then I didn't realise Raz had got a penalty as well until I got past Dano on the restart. But yeah, and then it's sort of like after I saw that, I was like his head down. Let's see if I can get in that. And yeah, so I'm actually quite surprised that I was anywhere near it at all. I wasn't expecting it at all. I was expecting just I'd be a solid top 10 today. But yeah, it's good though. It's good. It's good to be here.
I mean, Dan, sorry, James got the first victory last week. I mean, this puts you right in the championship fight with. I mean, James, who had the race to forget today. I will say, if you look back on the stream later, it was definitely the race to forget for James. So, yeah, it should be an interesting fight, this top. There's so many quick guys in that top 10.
You can say you could pick out your one really, and you give in any week that you're going to be up there. So
yeah, and obviously this new guy, No Raz, who has joined the fray as well. He's looking very impressive in his first two races. So
yeah. I mean, I think I'm right in saying that was his first. Was that his first race on no traction as well, or something? I think I saw that in the chat. Yeah, I mean, so he was. Yeah, because I mean, I've gone the other way, which is why I've got quicker. But, but yeah, no, yeah. So yeah, I mean, congrats to that. I mean, if I'm remembering the name right in chat, then yeah, I can say that was a massively solid race. If that's the case, so
yeah, I mean, the top 10 drivers. I mean, we could theoretically have a different race winner virtually every race in this tier. That is how close it is. I mean, just look at qualifying. I mean,
yeah,
I think you got pole by a 10th of a second. And then you look back on like the top 10, it was like half a second between the top 10, which is mental. You know, and I did say before the season that qualifying would be so tight.
Yeah, so it's got to be the closest I've seen it in any of the leagues seasons I've done. So yeah,
yeah. But congratulations for you here today, getting your win. Obviously, on to Las Vegas next week. What are your thoughts on that one?
Honestly, I'm not a fan of the track. It is better to watch than it is to race, in my opinion. And I'm not a fan of sprint races as it is anyway. But no, yeah, it's going to be managing the ERS and the DRS train, because if you drop out of that, it's going to be hard to get back into it because of the nature of the track. It's such a long straight. But yeah, it's going to be another close one probably. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, so hopefully you'll be back on the podium or even getting the victory next week. You never know.
Well, like I say, I'll be looking for just some solid points again, keep the consistency going, and just have some fun with it, I suppose. And
yeah.
So,
have you won any championships in the past?
I have never won a championship. In fairness, I just looked. I haven't won a race in RSF1 since season 3 or 4. so it's been a while. So yeah, I was like, I've been close maybe in other leagues, but this I've never been. I've been always top 5 maybe at best. But yeah, but I say if I can stay consistent and be close to someone at the end, then yeah, that's my main goal. I mean, I've got a couple of weeks where I can't race, so that's always gonna put a dent in the championship title challenge. But other than that, I'd say I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's just the main thing at the moment, so that's the main reason I do it. So long may that continue. So.
Yeah, well, we've got another 16 races to go, so long way to go. So but so good luck in the next race. And Michaels, do you want to take it from here and add anything?
Yeah, just really good race from Fistics. I've raced with you and seen you race multiple times, so I know once you get your consistency going, you can be pretty good. So, as Olfen says, a long way to go in the season, but you're definitely in the fight. Be interesting to see where this fight goes for you, but yeah, nicely done. Good start to the season.
Thank you.
And Fistics does take the championship lead by 18 points. And James, despite his horror show race, which you keep rubbing it in, Orphan, is still second in the very early table. So I've just done like a rough points thing. It's like 18 points from Fistics to James, and then you've got everybody else basically. You got like Button and Ras on 18. You got Dano and Frupo on 15. Yorkie and Willie Burnham on 12, Richie on 9, it's everybody else basically there. Constructors is fun, but yeah, I believe AlphaTauri would have a 3-point lead over Red Bull, and then Haas would be in the third. So it started. I don't know how it's going to end, but it started.
We did say Haas would be strong, didn't we?
Yeah, pretty good. Really good.
Those two did have a solid race because obviously I was in the party with both of them. I did hear for their start wasn't the greatest, but yeah, they say they fought back well. So
or Button on the last lap.
Yeah.
He pulled off a move from Richie on the last lap after he got overtaken on the last lap. So yeah,
I'm
mad.
I'm still looking at the grid as well. I still think there's people that have yet to show their hand as well. Still a long way to go, so the story ain't done.
Yeah, there's some quality people there. I mean, it's just as easy as I've had quite a good race here. I could quite easily be in James's shoes next week or the week after. So it's like, it's not over. It's not even started properly yet. So, like I said,
I have to say, like the last few races in all divisions has been so good on driving standards compared to last season. I swear to God, it's been such good racing together, like old drivers. Like very few instances. We had, like I say, up to that point of the safety car. Me and Michaels were sitting there thinking, there's no safety car whatsoever, because we were hoping that James could get back into it. And but there was no incidents like whatsoever, hardly. And little taps here and there, maybe in the braking zone where somebody lose a brake in, maybe, but literally nothing. Like
I think that might have something to do with. It might be a side effect of the tiers, like losing a tier. A lot of the people have raced with the same road drivers last season. So there's a lot of familiarity, so they know what the people are going to do. So it's a little bit more like you can anticipate how someone's going to do a corner. So it's a little bit less of like you going doing an overtake with an unknown, and so which can cause issues. But yeah, say it might be something to do with that. But like I say, it's good to see. So.
Guys,
yeah, definitely.
As much as I love the conversation, can I stop the stream now, please? it's 10:30.
Actually, yeah.
I don't want to stop it because it's a lovely conversation and I agree everything, but we need to stop the stream. Right, thank you for everybody for watching, and what a great race from F3. It quietened down as 100% races do, but the safety car, like a shot of adrenaline, kicked it all off. And of course, we've got a few things to settle. There was a bit rough bits towards the end, a few little contacts, but we got it all settled down. And the battle, as I said, has begun. We will be here next week for the sprint round of Las Vegas, another tricky circuit to go to. Track difficulty is hard, apparently, and Texas was easy. That's your own judgment on that one. Anyway, yes, join us for that. 2 races to look forward to, and plenty of action. Vegas last season in F3 was interesting, so we'll see whether it brings that again. Can the Red Bulls and AlphaTauris be at the top, or are we going to have new faces at the top? We will see. But until then, make sure you join us for that. We have one more race in Texas, one more 100% race to get through. Mr. Orphan is going to go through all of that for an hour and a half. Good luck. But the wonderful Jake DeRosen will be taking you through all the action for the whole 100% race. How's he going to do a 100% race by himself? Goodness me.
Do you want to join him?
Anyway, I mean, I've offered. He doesn't want to. He wants to go the whole thing. Fine. But yeah, he'll be there. Take us through F4. Make sure you join us on the stream. I'll be watching, as well as a load of others. And then we'll go to Vegas. So, from everybody here, have a good rest of your evening and take care. Until next time, cheerio.